So Kevin starts playing around with it, trying to see what it does.
Even beats going to the laser light show and listening to Pink Floyd.
Now it's Radventure time. Let's kick it into action. All right, you rascals, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about Masters of the Universe from 1987. And yeah, I thought I'd take a look back at this one since the new Masters of the Universe movie is coming out soon, which, to be honest, looks pretty darn cool. So I thought this would be a good time to take a look back at the first time they attempted to bring this franchise to a theatrical release.
Yeah, mate, this franchise always confused me a bit, because the main villain of this one, Skeletor, always reminded me a bit of the guy I used to work for, Skeletor.
Oh yeah, Skeletor, the villain I used to fight, who is a legally distinct character. We're not trying to infringe on anyone's copyright here. Back off, Mattel, it's okay. But speaking of legally distinct characters, this movie almost may as well have not even been a Masters of the Universe movie, but it is. So to talk about it a little bit, we brought He-Man himself, the original He-Man, to talk a bit about it.
Yes, I wanted to come on and make a statement that the He-Man in this movie does not represent who I really am. When I saw this portrayal of me, I thought, hey, what's going on?
Or is that when you were lying in bed?
As a matter of fact, it was.
Yeah, they definitely made some choices with this movie. So yeah, we actually start off on Eternia for a couple of minutes, and we meet our main hero, He-Man, and Teela and Man-at-Arms.
He-Man, thank the sorceress you're alive.
I've been looking for you. How many units are left?
Not many. All of us were scattered. Suddenly, they were everywhere. Chaos.
And yeah, since he's already He-Man in this scene, we never really get to see Prince Adam. I don't even know if Prince Adam exists in this continuity.
Yes, by not including Prince Adam, it really takes away the core of my character. Yes, He-Man is when I'm powerful and fight Skeletor, but when I'm Prince Adam, it's my more human moments. That's where I have my real connections in life.
Yeah, so by excluding Prince Adam, it kind of changes the whole vibe of what He-Man is. Like, he's just always heroic, and we never really get to see him in this sort of more vulnerable state, really. They see someone's in trouble.
Someone betrayed us.
Help! Help! Get me out of this!
All right, we got Orko! The heck? That ain't Orko, that's a Furbus. So it turns out this furry guy is named Gwildor, and he's created this key that basically can teleport you to different dimensions. Skeletor tries to get it, and he also has the sorceress held captive, and he's like draining her power to give himself more power, and he starts attacking them. They're trying to escape quickly using the key, but Gwildor doesn't really have time to put anything in specific, so he just starts pushing random keys, and they end up in some far-off planet called Earth. So yeah, unfortunately, that was the only time we get on Eternia. I guess technically Skeletor's castle is in Eternia as well, but it's not even really like Snake Mountain. So yeah, I don't know. Like, they missed a lot of opportunities here to like bring some of the TV show to life, but I understand they're on a budget, but come on. It's a theatrical release, man. Let's see something big, some sort of spectacle here, man. So when they get to Earth, they lose the Sonic key, and it's found by Courtney Cox and her boyfriend, Kevin.
What is that?
Whoa! Oh, Julie, be careful.
Yeah, look at this thing!
It's like it fell out of the sky or something. No, this is one of those new Japanese synthesizers. Here, let me try it. Whoa! Listen to this! Oh, this is hot.
So Kevin starts playing around with it, trying to see what it does.
Even beats going to the laser light show and listening to Pink Floyd.
So Skeletor decides to send some of his henchmen to go after He-Man.
Have you assembled the mercenaries?
Here and awaiting your command. I have selected your finest warriors.
Yes, all the classic Masters of the Universe villains that you recognize from Saturday morning. We got
The Beast Man, Blade, Sarad, and Karg.
So He-Man rescues Courtney Cox. Her character is Julie. And he finds out that she knows where the cosmic key is. Kevin goes looking for Julie, and he's stopped by this cop or whatever. It's basically Mr. Strickland. And he's asking him, like, okay, well, what does your girlfriend look like?
We got a lot of bad stuff going on around here, kid. What do you know about it?
Look, I don't know anything about it, all right? I mean, you're the cop. Why aren't you out looking for her, huh?
Yeah, what'd she look like?
Look, she's about 5'5". She's got short, dark hair. She was wearing a pink sweater.
Oh, and you might recognize her as the girl who was pulled up on stage during the Bruce Springsteen concert. So anyway, Strickland finds out that this synthesizer doesn't actually belong to Kevin's. So he decides to confiscate it.
It sounded like you needed a woman's touch out here. Woman at arms.
Girls get it done.
Then Evelyn tries to trick Julie into telling her where the cosmic key is by pretending to be her dead mother.
Mother, but we had to disappear. We're doing very important, very secret work. Your new friends are all tied up with the work we're doing, and they have something we want. That shiny metal thing with the blinking lights. Will you get it for us?
Bruh, this is so messed up. I know she literally has evil in her name, but this is brutal. Then Skeletor comes out looking like Thanos, ready for Endgame. So He-Man ends up having to stay behind so the others can get away.
I give you a choice. Return with me to Eternia as my slave and save their despicable lives, or perish with them. Surrender your sword.
He-Man, no!
Tila, I have no choice.
So Gwildor's trying to remember the tune to make the key work to open the portal back to Eternia, and Kevin realizes that he remembers the tune from earlier.
The tones that were stored in this cosmic key were completely erased.
Wait a minute. The tones, you mean the melody the key played every time we pressed the red button?
Huh.
Okay. Ba da 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 ba da 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 ba da 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 ba. Wait a minute. I've got it.
That's it!
And this is where I was kind of thinking that this movie would have been so much better if Kevin was just Prince Adam. Because He-Man himself is barely a character in this. Like, he just swings his sword, he fights Skeletor and the other villains and stuff, and that's basically all he does. He doesn't really have any character growth. And instead, most of the character development is with these two random human characters that aren't even really Masters of the Universe characters. You know, it's Julie and Kevin. I never saw action figures of those. Although these days, you know, there might actually be action figures of them eventually. But no, like, they were never in your Masters of the Universe line of character toys. And so it just seems kind of weird that they would put so much character development in these human characters when it could have been, like, Kevin could have easily been Prince Adam. Like, it could have been that maybe he was exiled to Earth for some reason, or he was sent to Earth for his own safety when he was younger. So maybe, like, he still knows that he's He-Man, but he has to go to Earth for his own safety, or for something like that. Or maybe he doesn't know that he's He-Man, you know? And that would actually make his transformation into He-Man so much better. Like, if he was Prince Adam, like, maybe he knew he was from another planet or whatever, but he doesn't necessarily know about his destiny as He-Man. It actually gives Tila and Man-at-Arms a reason to come to Earth. Like, okay, yeah, so I get that Gwildor had to type in random numbers, but let's say he, at the last minute, they type in the numbers and they end up on Earth and they're looking for Prince Adam, right? And then I don't know, like maybe there's a tune to get to Earth and there's a tune to get back to Eternia, and only He-Man knows that tune. So then Adam can still have his relationship with Julie, and that could be fine. And then that could even set up a dynamic between Tila and Julie, like maybe they're both kind of jealous of each other because Adam and Julie have this relationship, but Tila and Adam used to date or something like that. That could have been added a little more drama. And then it would have made this climactic scene all the much better because we'd seen him as Adam throughout the whole movie. And then they give him the sword. Like, all right, we got your sword here. He gets to say, I have the power. And yeah, we could still have Dolph Lundgren as He-Man because he transforms into him. And yeah, that would have been great. Like, it would have been so much more dramatic. And because He-Man himself was barely a character anyways, I don't think we'd be losing much in this movie because it just makes it so much better. And that's why I like the fact that this new movie, we do have Prince Adam on Earth, and at least hopefully, I'm pretty hopeful that they're going to be spending less time on Earth and more time in Eternia in this new movie because, they have a bigger budget, there's CGI. But yeah, like, I feel like that's going to be such a better idea. Some story beats probably would have had to change, but ultimately I feel like it would have been for the better. So Skeletor ends up siphoning more power, and he says,
I, Skeletor, am master of the universe.
Oh, that's why they call it that.
Skeletor drains all the power from the sorceress, and he becomes like Super Saiyan mode.
You are no longer my equal. I am more than man, more than life. I
But luckily, He-Man is triumphant, and he tosses Skeletor into the shaft.
Somehow.
So they finally fix the cosmic key, and they're able to send Kevin and Julie back to Earth. But before they go, Gwildor does let them know, like, is there any, like, I can send you anywhere in space and time. Julie and Kevin are just like, no, like, we just want to go home. It's fine. We just need to get back home to our friends and family. But at that moment, right before they go through the door, Julie remembers, like, oh, wait, like, I could, like, she was going to ask if he can send her back to before her parents were in the plane crash. But unfortunately, they go through it before that they can say that. But luckily, I think Gwildor knew what she was going to ask because she gets sent back in time to before her parents' plane crashed.
No, Dad!
You're bright and early.
I love you both so much. I never want to lose you. Mom, Dad, please. Don't get on that plane today. I have a terrible feeling.
Julie, put those keys back.
I love you.
So yeah, they can get away with that scene where Evil Lynn pretends to be Julie's dead mom because at the end, ultimately her mom is alive. But yeah, if they didn't add this scene at the end, that would have been pretty darn messed up. So yeah, that's the 1987 version, Masters of the Universe movie. And yeah, like, it's a fine movie, a pretty standard 80s adventure movie, but it's not necessarily a good Masters of the Universe movie because, yeah, it's just so different.
Yes, by excluding Prince Adam, it really takes away the core of my character. I'm not like Batman, where Batman is who he really is and Bruce Wayne is the mask. In my case, Prince Adam is who I really am, and He-Man is just a more amplified version of that.
Yeah, that's why I'm really looking forward to what they do with Prince Adam in this new movie. I feel like that's like the missing piece here. Like, there's already a lot of differences. If they had just made Kevin Prince Adam, I feel like it would have just bumped this movie up a notch. And it still wouldn't have been like the best Masters of the Universe movie, but I feel like that could have at least just tipped it over a little bit.
Yeah, actually, I gotta get going.
Oh, really? Someone just texted you?
I just, Man-at-Arms really needs me right now, so I need to go.
Oh, yeah, I bet he does, mate.
All right, guys. All right, well, anyways, thanks for watching, everybody. Please, if you like what I do here, you can help support the channel by going to the link in the description to buy me a coffee, and make sure you hit the like button. Leave a comment if you're looking forward to the new Masters of the Universe movie, and if you think that this movie would have been better with Prince Adam, or it's fine the way it is. But yeah, leave that in the comments. Until next time, everybody. See ya!